While not much thought was given towards the need to change the pedagogy, be it the extra training needed by the teachers or the section of suitable content for these online classes, the state of government across the nation are struggling to reach students effectively. Now, to talk something more about the online classes, we have a caller named Varsha. Let's join her. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Varsha. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Well, so can you explain me what's your experience about the online classes?
So, online classes are not actually comfortable when you compare online classes to campus classes,
Okay.
because online is way very different. It's not comfortable. Like half of the lessons are told, half of the lessons are skipped, and you don't get the human touch that you get on campus. Like there are professors, teachers who explain things, explain concepts in a certain way. They explain things so that students are easily, like, they understand stuff when you sit in a classroom, when you look at professors, when you look at your peers and learn from them. When it is online, everything is missed. It's just virtually you listen to something, and it's like very boring when it's compared to online. So when it's offline, when you sit in a classroom and listen, you get the human touch. Your peers are around you. The atmosphere is totally different. So according to me, online is not preferable.
Okay. So what are the challenges do you think students are facing to attend these online classes?
Challenges will be there is no practical knowledge, first of
Okay.
all.
Mm-hmm.
So the professors or teachers explain a concept. They uh, present some videos on the platform. They just let you look at things, but they
Okay.
don't understand whether the students understood it or not totally.
Correct. So do you
Yeah.
think teachers need to get prepared to attend online class or something the way, because the teachers who are actually teaching online classes from certain corporate schools are just reading out the textbook. So in that scenario, how teachers need to be prepared to present an online class according to you?
According to me, like, teachers have to be really prepared a lot, because students, when they sit in front of the system and when they are ready to experience some learning, they want to attain some learning for the day. So when the situation is that, the teacher has to prepare herself or himself, like, so that student is understanding things properly. It's not just reading a text and hoping the children to listen to you. It's not like that. So the preparation has to be at most level. Like, you have to get ready with some concepts. Like, if teacher wants to share a concept, it should not be a bookish concept. Like, you have to relate it to common things, related it to circumstances that's happening around us, so that we can relate. So in this tough time, nobody is stepping out of the door. So it'll be good when you relate concepts to practical learning and explain to children.
Okay.
So the
So
learning of the teacher and student should relate a lot.
correct, correct. So normally when as the days pass by, it's almost a 3 months gap we had received from schooling or any kind of educational institution, that now slowly things are getting up, and by September government shall start the schoolings and all the colleges set to get reopened. So in this regard, Varsha, what do you
Yeah.
think it could be a right decision by the government, whether to reopening the schools in September or no?
Uh, for me, reopening schools, I would vote for reopening schools, because
Okay.
school atmosphere, the children have to uh, make good memories in schools, let it be in pandemic or anything. School memories are to be cherished for lifetime.
Correct.
So when you give a good experience in school, they'll cherish a lot, they'll learn a lot. It cannot just happen virtually. If teachers give, even if teachers give maximum on their online platforms, maximum on teaching online, children do not get it.
Yes.
Even if they make notes and do stuff, try to listen, it's not happening, because if you have friends who sit beside you, chit chat, if you have someone around you who collectively try to learn something, it feels much better.
Yes, that's great. So when we have this certain gap of 3 months, do you think students can concentrate on education back as usual?
Yeah, they can if, if schools reopen in September, they
Yes.
have to give a small recap of what has happened earlier, how things were, how we should gear up ourselves to accept the reality and all. Maybe children will try to understand.
Correct. So, with this kind of virtual classrooms, maximum of students are missing this interaction, like interaction with teachers directly, as well as
Yes.
missing their friends in the classroom. So, how we can overcome this kind of missing?
Missing can be overcome only through classroom learning. Like they have to open the school soon. That's what I expect.
Okay. So, soonly, like, what can be the lifestyle do you think students are having now?
Now,
Hmm.
it's fully gaming. It's fully gaming. It's television. It's movies. It's everything. Like they are losing their track of their schooling.
Correct.
So even if there are online classes, even if there is online learning, they are not motivated to listen to the classes
True.
unless there is uh, unless there is very interactive session. They are not able to sit at least for 5 minutes stable in front of the laptop.
Correct, exactly. But yet, the screen timing for the students is also very high. Like few schools, like who are also still available in the market, they are conducting around 9 to 5 particular timings, as we just had a traditional classrooms timings. So they are giving 8 periods for the students, and each session is uh, taking around 45 minutes, and it's like complete 9 to 5, even when we are having this virtual classroom. So how do you take account on this, Varsha?
Yeah, even though there are classes provided, students are available, even though everything is in place, there is no personal touch. There is no personal counseling from like the lecturers, professors, and there is no a proper playground. So people miss on something. Students miss on something. That's what I'm concerned about.
Correct. So what students are missing, and how management can help them get back to the education as usual?
So students go to school for making memories, for making meets, rather than studying. Okay, studying is mandatory, but they balance like between playing and studying. So they can apply this method. Like uh, when they start classes in September, students can be joining school in batches,
Okay.
and whatever the topics are covered in this lockdown period, they have to recap them. Like the lessons can be told in the way of storytelling, like so that they grasp it very quickly.
Correct.
They can use any object around them. Like the learning should be very interactive, and it should be fun learning to them, so that they can grasp it easily.
Correct. So majorly, Varsha, like according to your observation, what are the drawbacks from the school management side in conducting online classes?
Drawbacks are just reading the textbooks,
Mm-hmm.
showcasing some PDFs,
Okay.
just presenting some PowerPoints make doesn't fetch good results from the students. They have to convert the lessons as a storytelling. If you make children sit and narrate a story,
Hmm.
they'll grasp it even quickly. So
Correct.
any concepts, let it be physics, chemistry, history, biology, anything, if they make it as a story and add characters to it and tell it to them, they can grasp it like at very quick pace. That's what I believe in. Even I learned concepts as story itself, so I know the experience of it.
Well, that's great. So, in this virtual classroom, like what kind of methods will be so helpful for the students if a teacher follow? Like what kind of teaching methods a teacher should follow according to you?
In virtual learning,
Yeah.
I think if any kind of method is applied, the children won't be motivated. Like
Mm-hmm.
I cannot answer this question because
I
yeah,
get it.
because,
That's not
yeah.
a that's not a deal, Varsha. That's I get it completely. Where when if you observe these online sessions completely,
Hmm.
24/7 we have a like almost we are sticked on to screens, and on screen duration is very high for every student. One thing, they
Yes.
are attending the online classes every day for certain hours for 8 subjects, for each subject carrying out for 45 minutes, and then they are trying to complete their assignments online, so that it is again adding on 2 to 3 hours of on screen timing extension, and then they wanted to spend some time playing video games and all. So accordingly, the duration of on-screen timing is gradually increasing day by day for every student. So what kind of impact does the student might feel physically, emotionally when he is exposed to on screens for a longer duration?
Physically, they are really strained.
Hmm?
Like even we work from home. We do not attend meetings. Like we cannot attend meetings for it when it lasts more than half an hour. So
Correct.
think about students who sit for the whole day. It's not happening.
Hmm.
Like at their age, they have to go outdoors, play, have fun, make memories and all that stuff. When they're asked to sit in front of laptop, listen to somebody who's going on and on for hours, maybe it's like really difficult to them. Like okay, when it's a compulsion, you have to give a lot of breaks in between. Give breaks and give some more activities. Something
Correct.
that can be done indoors. Concept wise, they'll learn something doing an activity. They'll show you what they have done. They'll talk about what their learning is. It can be done that way.
Correct. So here, Telangana government is trying to put forward some commendable work for the students, that government is planning to throw these online classes of every subject through Doordarshan channel, so that each and every student, in even including in the remoted areas, can uh, access to this online education. So what is your count on it? Will that really help the students?
Uh, yeah, to a certain extent, it will help.
Hmm?
Uh, Only if the teacher who is teaching is like highly qualified and yeah, teachers are obviously qualified, I agree, but their way of teaching should be changed. There should be lots of examples, lots of activity-based learning would fetch good results from students. That's what I want.
Well, exactly, few corporate schools are following certain method called video recorded classes. So teachers are recording videos, and they are pushing it to the students in the certain slot which there is given to for a period. So
Yeah.
do you think that video recorded classroom will benefit students anyway?
No, no, it's a clear no. because half of the students won't even look at the video.
Correct.
Their patience levels are gone, like really low these days.
Hmm.
What if a doubt pops in their head and there's no one to answer? Because the classes are already recorded and it's going on and he just listens to it and he drops the earphones and just walks off.
That's
It's the
correct.
scenario.
Yes.
When there is live happening, when he's explaining something and you ask a doubt, he clears it efficiently. That's what makes a difference.
Yes. So I had a caller yesterday, a sixth class student. He was complaining about his challenge that he has a lot of disturbance with the background noise where others, his friends are also attending the classroom. They don't
Yeah.
mute their call. So as they couldn't mute the call, the background voices are like coming out loud and it's disturbing them. So do you
Yes.
face any kind of this online disturbances when you are attending or your work or when you are attending your classes?
No, like I have recently finished my MBA. We didn't have classes, like all our classes were done, only we gave our exams online.
Okay.
So coming to my work, there is no such disturbance. Like everybody is calm. While when one is talking, others all keep quiet generally. So in work, there's no problem. But at a school age or college age, people make noise. That's a disturbance. I understand.
So then, like, do you think it is necessary for a teacher to take certain online courses before they start teaching online classes?
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Why? Because there are a number of teachers started teaching online without any experience. So will seriously that doesn't give any impact on the students, or if it is a need for every teacher to take online courses, I just wanted to know why.
They have to take online courses. Like preferably they should take, because online classes, the curriculum courses, everything is updated. Okay, you're exposed to current scenarios. You're exposed to the theories and topics that are very fresh and new,
Hmm?
and they have to be learnt by the teachers.
Okay.
If
So
teachers is updated, automatically the students will be also benefited by them.
So Varsha, like overall, for a final question, I just wanted to know it from you.
Yeah.
To choose one from virtual classroom and the traditional classroom, what would you choose and why would you choose?
I would choose a traditional classroom. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, Varsha.
Yeah, I would choose a traditional classroom, because traditional classroom is evergreen, where you learn stuff, you make memories, you have friends, you have fights, you have everything in a classroom, where sitting at home and listening to online class will not do anything. Hello?
Thank you so much for joining us today, Varsha. We'll get back to you
Yeah,
in further
thank you.
classroom.